13. Okay, check that out. 13.2 degrees, 13.2. And the starting mileage is 43199. 43199.
Hey YouTube, it's gentlemansnine. Out for another ride. I thought I'd take a quick ride tonight because apparently later tonight it's supposed to snow, and it's also supposed to snow tomorrow, which, if it does, and depending on how much we get, probably means I won't be able to ride Friday. My topic of the day, or the night, is outsourcing. So I am in the IT field. I was a software developer. I am now a development team lead. I used to be a director of IT. I'd say about maybe a decade ago or so. There was this big movement to save money, and somebody up in management decided, hey, you know what, to save money, what we could do is actually outsource our software developers. So basically they would just offload the work from here and send it over to typically India or wherever. And this is no offense to India. I mean, they do a mighty fine job. It's just that the only problem is, you know, you lay off a bunch of people here, you leave a skeleton crew here, the work gets sent overseas, they build whatever, that thing comes back in-house, and then the poor saps that are still left here have to try to support that app. And of course, they didn't build it, they didn't design it, they really weren't part of it at all, but they now have to support it. So now, when this application is in full use, and there's a bug in it or a performance issue, management's going, hey guys, you're software developers, what's taking so long? Why? You should be able to fix this thing immediately. What you guys suck. And what they do is they would start offloading or outsourcing the support of the applications too. So, I used to work at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. It's a big medical facility up there, as a software developer. And one of my co-workers, he was from India, and he had said that there's no need to worry. He said it goes in cycles. Every like 4 or 5 years there's a cycle. And he said what happens is a company outsources software development to India. That company, you know, gets all this business, and over time, as they start making more money, the developers demand more money. The cost of living then goes up for these guys, and when that happens, they ask for more money. The company here can't necessarily pay for it, or whatever. But basically what he was saying was in 4 or 5 years they'll either outsource it to another company or they're going to bring it back in-house. And a couple of the companies I'd watched, or people I knew who worked at certain companies who their work got outsourced, you could see it. So several years later, all of a sudden they would start insourcing this work again. So think about this. Somebody in management made the decision that outsourcing is a good idea because it saves money. But what they didn't take into account is, excuse me, a lot of being a good IT organization or a software development organization is communication. So I'll try to drive a little bit more specific, but what that really means is your software developers need to be talking to people, need to be talking to the business, or the business analysts, or the project managers, the quality assurance. They need to talk to people because that's how you get good systems. Not necessarily documenting it and then shipping the requirements overseas and hoping it gets done right. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will have examples where this all worked great and dandy for you. But if you think about what happened, like, say, a decade ago or whatever it was, when everything was being outsourced, all of a sudden IT was not a really good place to be, and people going to college, the number of people who went into IT going into college, that number dropped. And now there's a 4 or 5 year cycle on that, where 4 or 5 years later, these initial set of people who are now numbering fewer, they come out and they're looking for jobs, and these companies who are now insourcing this stuff look out there and say, hey, I need developers. oh my god, I can't find any. Because either the people that were in IT have left IT because, everything is being outsourced, or the people that are coming out of college no longer, there's just way fewer of them. And then what ends up happening is there's a higher demand for developers. And now the developers can demand a lot more money. So think about this. Somebody in management said, hey, let's save money by outsourcing IT. Create a cycle of like 4 to 5 years, and now they have to hire developers back, and it costs a whole lot more. Okay, so I know that whoever is going to listen to this is probably going to rip my theory a new one, but and it's certainly fine. Again, I'm just picking one scenario, and I'm sure there's, for every one scenario of mine, there's 100 scenarios of yours that work or work out or whatever. But man, I can tell you right now, it's good to be a developer in IT today. There are a ton of jobs out there. You can demand, to an extent, you can demand almost any price you want. It's not like companies have, hey, we have 5 good developers, let's go ahead and pick one. It's more like, hey, I finally found a developer, let's throw money at him to get him in. Anyways, I'll stop there because this is more of a rant than anything. So, that's my topic of the day. Shoot me your comments. I'm sure there are certainly people with opinions out there. And I will talk to you guys later.
Ending mileage 43303. 43303.